Energy affects us all, every minute of every day. And this is why the so-called energy union is one of the key political priorities of the EU at the moment. The energy union will be a huge transformation. We're going to move away from fossil fuels and we're going to move far more towards renewable energy, energy efficiency and measures like this. At the Joint Research Centre, the European Commission Science and Knowledge Centre, we are investigating and collecting knowledge in many of these areas. One of the areas is the area of raw materials. Will we have enough raw materials in the future to actually make these new technologies possible? So today I'd like to pose a few questions in this area. Why is it so important to try and identify raw materials that are maybe in short supply for these new energy technologies?
Indeed, these clean emerging technologies, energy technologies, require a variety of materials. And many of these materials are actually scarce and supplied from outside the European Union, very often from very limited number of countries which are often politically unstable or even conflict areas. It is therefore important to identify potential materials which can approach supply shortages and try to take timely measures to secure the supply of these materials for the European Union on a longer term.
Okay, and why are the bottlenecks? Are there simply just not enough of the materials?
Yes, at present there are enough materials and reasonable prices. However, the global resources are finite while the economic growth can be potentially infinite. And several factors can provoke material supply shortages and disruptions for the European Union. And the most important factor is our strong dependency on resources and materials from outside. Another factor is that these clean emerging technologies rely on the intensive use of certain materials. For example, a photovoltaic system will require up to 40 times more copper than a fossil fuel plant to produce the same energy, so we have to take into account this. One more factor is the competition for certain materials. For example, if we take a smartphone or a wind turbine and electric vehicles, they will require the same materials, the so-called rare earth elements, and more than 95% of these materials are supplied from just one country, China.
Okay, a little bit of a scary story, but are there solutions? Is your report timely?
The report actually identifies several possible solutions to increase the EU resilience to supply of materials, and the most promising solution in the given time frame 2030 for wind, photovoltaic energy and electric vehicles technology is the substitution or replacement of some materials, critical materials, with other materials which are more available and maybe less expensive. The recycling is another, of course, no-regret solution. It can be good business opportunity for many European companies, and it can reduce significantly our dependency on resources from outside. Increasing the raw materials domestic production is another solution, good solution to secure the supply of certain materials for the European Union.
Okay, and we've been addressing now the scientific issues, but at the heart of a lot of the EU policies we want to put the citizens. How will this work affect the citizens? How will it affect your next door neighbour?
But actually the citizens are, of course, in the center of this work because they are the one enjoying the benefits. The large deployment of these clean technologies will improve significantly the quality of the life, especially in the big cities in terms of clean air. Other tangible benefits are socio-economics, such as business opportunities, opportunities for economic growth, opportunities for jobs for many people, new jobs, as for example in recycling and manufacturing fields. And last but not least, the role of the citizens can be proactive and participative. For example, the recycling is the first step to direct the thinking of the people towards more sustainable and environmentally friendly world.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.